next news. Breaking news from the White House.
Friends, I'm coming to you from the White House in Washington, D.C., where President Trump is slashing wasteful spending left and right. But out in California, the ultimate fraudster and 2028 presidential hopeful Gavin Newsom has wasted $214 million on a bridge. Not for cars, not for people, but for butterflies. You can't make this up. This man wants to be your next president. Now look, this isn't just about a stupid bridge in California. It's about the fundamental difference between how conservatives and liberals view your money. While President Trump and Doge cut billions in government waste, while hardworking Americans are struggling with grocery bills, Gavin Newsom is building luxury overpasses for mountain lions and monarch butterflies. Butterflies that can already fly, by the way. This is the same guy who let homelessness explode, the same guy whose high-speed rail went nowhere, and now he's eyeing the White House in 2028. If you think this kind of insanity stays in California, think again, because this is a preview of what Democrats want to do to the entire country. So pay very close attention, because what I'm about to show you in this report will certainly make your blood boil. Speaking of wasteful spending versus real results that actually change lives, for years my wife struggled with chronic pain and anxiety, endless appointments, little relief. It was heartbreaking to watch. Then we discovered red light therapy through Jonathan Otto, and everything changed. Her pain eased, anxiety lifted, and she finally sleeps and feels like herself again. I felt stronger and more energized too. It's backed by NASA research, FDA cleared, supports pain relief, inflammation reduction, and recovery. Now, our setup delivers powerful proven wavelengths for real results at home. Skip expensive clinic visits and invest in your health. Check out myredlight.com and use code NNN for savings today. Now let's get back to just how absurd this California boondoggle really is. Pay close attention. This is what's happening with this wildlife bridge disaster. And it's not just the money, it's the arrogance, the complete disconnect from reality. Let me show you what's going on. First up, we got Newsom himself at the groundbreaking ceremony back in 2022. Watch him brag about the taxpayer money he's throwing at this thing. Listen to how proud he is about this. It's absolutely unbelievable.
A gift personally this is for me to be here and to be a small part of it, working with our remarkable colleagues in the state senate, the assembly, working with local officials and federal officials. $54 million the state has put up for this program, and we'll complete the job within another $10 million, by the way.
Did you catch that? $44 million from the state and another $10 million to complete the job. Except here's the thing. They didn't complete the job. That was in 2022. Now it's 2026. And this thing still isn't finished. And the price tag? It's now $114 million. And wait to hear what Kennedy had to say about this disaster. And she makes a point that should terrify every American. See, it's not just about California. Newsom wants to be president. That means that this lunacy could go national. Watch.
It's not just California.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of Gavin Newsom's phenomenally dumb ideas. This is a $100 million project. He says there need to be 100 more wildlife overpasses built in the state, and he wants to be your president. That means all of this stuff is going to be national policy in 2028 if this gets elected.
Yes.
That's the problem.
And Tyrus, the whole point of this, like everything from the high-speed rail to the homeless issue, the problem cannot be solved because then there's no more salaries. So you can never...
nailed it on the five when you said that. You absolutely, because it's correct. Here's how you know how corrupt and dirty it is. Why wouldn't you build the bridge first? Why would you put all the accoutrement on top?
Yeah.
Like, why would you put the bushes and dig the sculptor? Because here's the thing. If you had a bridge just going across, it's not like the cast can be like, where's the bushes? Oh, I'm not walking across this. It's hot as hell. It's 12 noon, asphalt. That. We're going across the cars.
It's so true. You could have just built a bridge.
You could have just built the bridge.
They're animals. It's not like...
It's literally...
It's not like...
I grew up there, and it's like... This is literally putting frosting on the cake pan and telling us to eat it.
Yes. No, it's true. It's like probably for $100,000 you could have built a bridge.
They do this in Wyoming. They do this all in the Midwest where they have bridges for pronghorn antelopes and all these other things to cross. This was never for cougars.
Yeah.
Never. This was, we're going to make something stupid. They even have bushes on the outside of the unfinished bridge. Yeah. And the last time I checked, butterflies don't walk across bridges. They don't fly down and be like, well, here we go.
That's true. How are the butterflies? How do the butterflies cause collisions?
And then they send the crazies, because this is who they want. You know, a charity is full of when they're giving you gifts. She had the little cougar stuffed animal in the hat. And this is for the. If justice would have been while she said that, a cougar jumped out.
Yes.
You got her. Because this will never be finished, because it was never intended to finish. You are 1,000% right. They just basically built a piece of threw some glitter on it and said, we're going to keep billing you $1 million or every 10 seconds.
It's
until at least put a ladder on the side of it. Give them a shot.
Yeah.
It's a 10-lane highway. I don't see the traffic guards for the butterflies to cross.
Yes.
How are you going to get... By the way, I kept thinking, do you need a bridge? Why not build higher walls? It's kind of like that joke about Ireland and the famine. Why don't they just go fishing? I mean, is there a common sense answer to this? I mean, yeah, we don't want wildlife getting killed, but this is building an ecosystem with dirt and bushes where there's no chance that they'll actually use it to cross.
Yeah, and you know what? What about the suicidal animals?
Yeah.
This is just, I mean...
Well, what do you expect? They made rivers with no water, Greg.
They should do what they do in the Northeast for the deer crossing. They just put up the sign that says deer crossing, and then that's where they're supposed to be.
Right.
She nailed it. Putting frosting on the cake pan and telling us to eat it. That's exactly what this is, and here's the kicker. They put bushes and sculptures on the bridge before finishing the actual structure. Why? Because the bridge was never the point. It's the salaries, it's the contracts, the grift, and Kennedy called it. You could build a functional bridge for $100,000. They spent over 1,000 times that. It gets even more ridiculous when you see what this thing actually looks like. Now, someone put together a breakdown of the whole mess, and the visuals are, well, you just got to see this. Remember, this is $114 million, and watch what all that money bought.
California built a luxury overpass for cougars, and I don't mean the ones in Beverly Hills. In 2022, California Governor Gavin Newsom broke ground on what was pitched as the world's largest wildlife crossing, a bridge over 10 lanes of freeway designed for animals like mountain lions and monarch butterflies. Yes, part of the reason was for butterflies. Butterflies can fly, but Newsom said, what if they didn't? I've seen more breathtaking construction at a Waffle House during a remodel. Fast forward to today, and the project's price tag has now ballooned to roughly $114 million, and it's still not done. For $114 million, I really expected something majestic. This looks like a rest stop that gave up on itself.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
A rest stop that gave up on itself. That's what $114 million looks like in Democrat-run California. And remember, part of the justification was for butterflies. Butterflies that can fly. Newsom literally said, what if they didn't? As if gravity is oppressing the monarchs. You can't parody this. It's already a joke. But the woman actually running the project, her response, absolutely delusional. This is the woman in charge of the boondoggle. The project was supposed to be done last year. It's not. And now wait until you hear how she describes it. This is peak California delusion right here.
Yeah, for me, hiking up here every time. I remember the first hike up here 14 years ago when there was nothing. And now we're seeing a crossing almost finished. Looking like early December. And again, ribbon cutting. There'll be a big party, of course. But for us, it's more about celebrating when that first animal crosses. So stay tuned. We're going to have some fun stuff on our website as we approach Earth Day, which is obviously the anniversary of groundbreaking, as we head into what I call the path to ribbon cutting. But it's wonderful to see the progress up here. As Lauren said, we're in stage 2, the structure over Agora Road. Utility relocation is a big part of that, which is very complex, the structure. And then there's an awful lot of groundwork and fencing and 30,000 more plants to plant before we're complete. Anyway, stay tuned. It was nice to be able to bring you this view right now of the crossing today. the world's most hopeful construction project in a beautiful spring setting.
The world's most hopeful construction project. Hopeful. Not efficient, not on time, not under budget, hopeful. She's been hiking up there for 14 years, and they still have 30,000 more plants to plant. 30,000 on a bridge for animals, while Californians can't afford housing. This is the mentality that has destroyed the state. So let's put all this together and talk about what it really means. And this is the bottom line. $114 million, 14 years in the making, still not finished, for butterflies that can fly and mountain lions that honestly probably won't use it anyway. Meanwhile, President Trump and Elon Musk Doge finding billions in waste to cut at the federal level. This is the difference between conservative governance and liberal fantasy. Newsom wants to bring this insanity to this White House. He wants to build 100 more of these bridges with your money. It's not about wildlife, it's about grift. It's about government jobs programs disguised as environmentalism. And if Democrats get back in power, this becomes national policy. So friends, this is why elections matter. This is what's happening right now in Washington under President Trump, why it matters. We're finally cutting the waste, draining the swamp, putting America first. But the fight's not over. Gavin Newsom's waiting in the wings for 2028. So share this video. Let people see what California Democrats do with taxpayer money. Let them see the $100 million butterfly bridge to nowhere. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell so you never miss a report. And drop a comment and tell me, would you pay for a butterfly bridge? I'm Gary Franchi at the White House. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and as always, stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power. They don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.